Felipe Carrillo is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. EK, let's take a look at our homestanding nine as they enter play here this evening. They've been pretty much unstoppable the last couple of weeks or so. Winners of 9 straight ball games.
And it's really been a team effort to get those 9 wins. Everybody on the roster is contributing in some way, and when that happens, winning becomes contagious.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Drilled on the ground to short. Played on the backhand. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He hasn't been missing much lately, hitting 3 home runs over the last 10 ball games. Not an eye-popping statistic, but still a good indication that he's been in a groove at the plate.
Arthur Willingham comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Not the warmest night you'll see around here, and even 50 degrees at game time. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Now that we have a chance, let's give you a look at the Biscuits on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, Matty, the defense is going to be very hitters. Balls are put in play constantly, so the defense is going to be active.
Solomon Myers gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Into the windup and the pitch. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
And he's tracking that all the way across the plate, but that had too much sweep to it for him to think of swinging.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
2 times here they've gone away, both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
Slider taken for a called strike, 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
And a big swing and a miss here, 2 strikes.
Just really free and easy out there in this first inning. He threw that ball right by him.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1. No score. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. EK, any thoughts?
You know, they're getting a lot of production out of that number 2 hole right now. He's been on an absolute tear lately, hitting over 500 in his last 10 ball games. The baseball must look like a beach ball to him right now at the plate.
Alonzo Mullen, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, Matty, in his last start, he was a bit wild. Ended up walking 4 guys. Hopefully he can find the strike zone, be a little better here in this one.
With a moment now, let's check out the Generals on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this is one of the better defenses in all of the league. Very few clubs commit fewer errors than this one. I expect them to be sound in this game.
Alan Wayne comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Alan Wayne.
Drilled right back up the middle, and that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swinging there as he's on to kick off the inning.
Well, good start so far for the home guys. 1-2-3 top half, followed by a leadoff single here to start things off in the bottom half.
Jesse Pitts will get his first shot at it here. 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night.
Well, yesterday he just kept things rolling. You know, he's had 8 RBIs in his last 10 games. I got to take that.
Nobody out, runner on first. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. EK, our visitors here as they take the field tonight following a scoreless top half. They are in the midst of a pretty bad stretch as they've dropped 6 straight coming in.
And really, what they need is for one guy to step up and give them that spark.
Oh, what a play at second. Throw to second is in time, and that's a fantastic play. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Oh, man, I'm going to give him a 9.5 on that play. He'd probably get a 10 if they could have turned 2 there, but I'll tell you, just getting the force at second was good enough for me.
Standing in now, Jeremy Pitts. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. Well, you figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against a lineup like this. Once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
And again a throw and a dive, but he's back in there. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And again a throw. And the fans don't like this at all.
Okay, no way he does it again, right?
Drives it to deep right field. Myers ranging back. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. Around third and being waved on home. The throw is wild and it gets away.
Well, he gives this ball a pretty good ride. No shot to get this one, as it's going to wind up hitting on the track and one hop in the wall out there. He's going to wind up pulling into second with an RBI double.
Into the box, John Pitts. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He'll start play with that average down in the low 230s. 5 homers and 21 driven in. 1 out and a runner on second base. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count.
I think it's pretty evident that they don't want to pitch to this guy right here, but I'd be a little wary about putting too many guys on base here in the first inning.
Hitter's count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. To 2-2 now.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
Comes back with the cut fastball for strike 3 called, and there are 2 down. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. What do you think they need to do to keep this winning streak rolling, Steve?
Well, I think you really have to limit the strikeouts in this game. Don't have any wasted plate appearances, and we know that's easier said than done. But you also have to have your 3, 4, 5 hitters step up in this one somehow.
Sean Albrecht gets his first opportunity now, looking to extend that hitting streak, which stands at 8 games coming in. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. We'll head to the top of the second. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Jason Randolph will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night.
Jason Randolph.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball one. First two pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Set to deal on 2-2. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
Batting fifth, catcher.
Let's check the grip on that last split-fingered pitch. You can see how wide his fingers get across the top of the baseball, and that's what gives it the backspin needed to be effective.
Into the box now, Willie Fernandez, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Still plenty to be desired in terms of batting average, down in the 180s entering play. No home runs as of yet, and 3 driven in. 1 out, nobody on. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. One and two as he chases the slider.
Right now, they'd be lucky to just put one in play.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Hit hard to short. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting sixth, second baseman, John
Avery will stride in. He drove in 3 of his team's 4 runs in last night's game.
Well, you know, he's been averaging at least an RBI per game over his last 10, so yesterday's performance shouldn't have come as any big surprise to anybody.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee-high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Kita going back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to left, and this ball game is tied at 1.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Batting seventh, left fielder.
Stepping in now, Steve Delgado hops this one up just beyond the infield on the right side. Crowder is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. But a run scores in the inning, and that'll have to be good enough as this solo home run knots things up. On to the bottom of inning number 2, all even at 1 apiece. Chuck Shipman will get his first opportunity here. And as you can see, he's got that average up over the 290 mark to begin play.
Well, he's been hitting really well over his last 10 games or so, and he's someone to watch out for in this one.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. Two and 0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Yeah. 3-0 count now to start the second. Doesn't look like he's gotten into the flow yet.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
And remember, he's coming off a loss in his last start. So if he keeps doing things like walking the leadoff guy, he'll be in trouble here too.
David Molina will stand in for the first time now, hoping to break out of this little 7-game dry spell at the plate. First offering on its way. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
And that's what he needed to do after the 4-pitch walk. Come right back and get ahead versus the next guy.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. The 0-2 home. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to swing and miss.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And a pitch takes off inside, and it gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Not exactly the finest of starts to the inning out there on the mound. A walk followed by a wild pitch. This is a good time to go out there and say, hey, what's up?
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Chavis on the move. He makes the play. Runner tags and heads for third. And he is in there. And with that, let's check out the Generals on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, they have a man on the mound, high ERA. That usually means there's a lot of hard hit balls. So this defense, they're going to have to be ready with that leather out there.
David Kida will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
To third. Golson gloves it. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile, the runner is in to score.
And here's just a case of a guy at the plate doing the little things to help his team win. And he gives his guys the lead here following the RBI groundout.
John Crowder will dig in for the first time now. He's got that average up nearing the 340 mark to begin play.
Well, it's still early in this season, but if he keeps this up, he's going to be looking to get paid in the offseason. His contract is up after this year.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. So they scratch across a run on no hits, no errors, and no one left on. We'll go now to the top of the third. And Montgomery's out in front here, 2-1. Joey Chavis will stand in. He comes off an 0-for-4 in last night's ball game.
Well, he had a little bit of a rough one yesterday, but this is a guy they're counting on. He's driven in 9 runs over his last 10 games.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
And a splitter is over for a cold third strike as he's left shaking his head. 1 gone.
Batting ninth, third baseman,
DJ Golson will stand in, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in April. Hit hard towards center. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
This is what you call an ambush swing right here. You're looking dead red early in the count, kind of just hoping the pitcher might relax and forget about you for a minute. Then you get that fastball middle in, and you jump all over it.
Standing in now, Felipe Carrillo, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Grounded to third. This could be 2. He's got it. The second for 1. Back to first, but it's right over his head. And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there.
Well, this is a good job to get the first out of the play, but the return throw leaves a little to be desired. And that'll wind up being a huge throwing error that allows the batter to reach second.
Arthur Willingham is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
0-1 count. Here it comes. And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Tough call there, but the cutter misses. 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Alan Wayne digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Look out, 2-0 now.
He did not like that one bit. It's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Look out as this bat shatters on impact. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Oh, boy. On a nice summer afternoon, this will sting just a little bit. But on a cold night, that's going to make your hands feel like you've got a fistful of bumblebees.
Into the box, Jesse Pitts, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Swing at a high pop, drifting into foul territory. Randolph is over and he tucks it away for the second out.
Now batting, right fielder, Jeremy.
Stepping in, Jeremy Pitts. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. That evens it up 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
And this would be a good bounce-back inning for him. He's looked a little shaky here in these first few innings, so a 1-2-3 inning would be just what the doctor ordered.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Yeah, and on 1 and 2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Outside and a full count, 3-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Leading off the inning, Solomon Myers, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First delivery to him on the way. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
In there, 2-1. This is hit high and deep out to left. Kida racing back, still going back. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning.
First baseman, number 12.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jason Randall, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is where he's so comfortable hitting righties so far this year really well, hitting over 300 on the year.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2.
Well, and he's got a great splitter. You're talking 88 miles an hour. You think you can hit it, but it just disappears on you.
Slider, good 2-strike pitch, but it misses 1-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Albrecht in foul ground. 2 down.
We'll take a look at this on Show Track, and that's been an effective location for him so far. He's really been handcuffing these guys inside, and he gets another pop-up out of it.
Into the box now, Willie Fernandez, as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out toward right field. Pitts is underneath this one, and he will make the catch, so that'll do it. John Pitts is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. That's wide, 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
I don't like the way they're working here. They're giving him way too much credit.
Yeah, if it's an inch or two outside, I think he'll chase it, but not when it's way off the plate.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
1 strike.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
If you're looking for a good way to add to a 1-run lead, a leadoff walk never hurts. Let's see how they want to play this from here.
Sean Albrecht is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Three and 0 now.
Sometimes you just let a guy work his own way into trouble and then take advantage.
That one's in there, 3-1.
Yeah, taking all the way right there. You'd better be taking 3-0 after he walked the previous guy.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Now there are two ways you can go here as a pitching coach. So he's got to make a judgment call out there. He knows what buttons to press with each of his pitchers. Some guys you've got to reassure and be very positive with. You know, other guys, they respond better when you go out and challenge them. Really got to read them the riot act.
First pitch on its way. In the dirt here, goes to third with it, and they will get him at third as he might have broken a little late as that ball got away, and that's a tough pill to swallow. One gone. Here it comes, 1-0. He's running towards second. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. On the recovery throw is in time to get the out at first. What a heads-up play.
Now batting, the designated
At the
hitter,
plate, David Molina. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
And with 2 walks in the inning already, he can't afford to fall behind anybody else if he wants to stay in the game.
Look out, 2-0 now. But one thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, and with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
Slider, and it's off his glove, and it bounces away. And he will make it up to third here. Good instincts to take off on what should be scored a passed ball.
But behind the plate, he might have been more concerned with trying to frame that pitch than he was trying to catch it. You know, they do get the called strike here, but you know what else? They get the pass ball.
Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Fernandez is after it. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. Leading off the inning, John Avery, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Now a splitter starts things off with a called strike 1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Count is 2-1.
Hit hard down the line. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. Steve Delgado is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Here's the first pitch to him. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Runners off for second. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Push to the right side. And that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, just a nice inside-out swing here. You'll see he lets that pitch travel deep, and those hands come through first. Just shoots it the other way.
First pitch is a cutter looked at 0-1.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. But one or the other is what you really need.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Trying to hold the lead. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Slow roller back to the mound. Reined in. One there. On to first, and they get them both.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. You know, nothing gets you off the hook after back-to-back singles, quite like a double play ball to that third guy.
In now, DJ Golson sends that one out of play for strike 1. Now the 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
And even after the double play, you can still make something out of this inning with a simple base hit here.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Grounded to short. Wayne takes it in. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. David Kita comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Left fielder.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Not close. It's 2-0.
Trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
Up and out over the plate, but a called strike. 2-1. And he comes back with a pitch right down the middle for strike 2.
Hard to believe he let that one go. I mean, that was right on a platter for him.
3-2 now.
And this is a nice job so far out of that number 8 hole. Taking some pitches, trying to get on, leading off the inning.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. John Crowder is into the box for his second at-bat. He popped out into foul territory his first time up.
And he popped up a high fastball last time, so maybe they feel like they can beat him upstairs. We might see that same pitch again in this at-bat.
The 1-0 delivery. Up top, it's 2-0. And that's taken for a strike on the inside corner. 2-1. And the pitch on 2-1. Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out.
The batter, the shortstop,
Alan Wayne will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play. Sometimes that's half the battle.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. Seems like we've seen a lot of guys late on the fastball tonight.
And he's not throwing all that hard either. But when he throws it off the other pitches, that's where it makes it a little more difficult.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. And this one misses inside a ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner. Jesse Pitts will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
A fastball that gets the inside corner, strike one.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
Now a big looping curveball in there for strike two.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
That misses, 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Down the first baseline. And a heck of an effort over there at first, but it'll be for naught as this is a foul ball. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Myers is in pursuit, and that's the 3rd out. Felipe Carrillo will stand in to lead things off as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, and between the top 3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
This is in the air to left field. Kita has a beat on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting,
Arthur Willingham stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Low-scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. And a strike to even the count, 1-1.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the 2nd inning.
And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. He's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
Now a swing and a little pop-up here right behind home plate. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Still 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Now a splitter that time that had a bit too much to it as it just about got him. He spoils another one, and will do it again. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. Here comes the payoff pitch. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. 3rd strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. 2-0 now.
Two really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with two good takes.
And he'll just watch the splitter here, 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. A slider that time that runs away. It's 3-1 now.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
There's that splitter again. Seems to be getting better and better as the game goes on.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Jeremy Pitts gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Right fielder, Jeremy Pitts.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball in there for a called strike.
When you look at the way he's throwing the ball, he's thrown first pitch strikes to less than 40% of the batters that he's faced, and yet he's still pitching well. And we're in the middle of this ballgame.
Chopped weakly to the left. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Now batting, center fielder, John Pitts.
Now to the plate, John Pitts. He drew a walk his first time up. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Delgado is there, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, first baseman,
Sean Albrecht will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Two and 1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. On the ground up the middle. And the throw forces him to lay out for that one, but he keeps a foot on the bag to record the out. Jason Randolph will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
And that's what happens when you get two starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he'll try to hold back on the pitch inside, but he pretty clearly broke the plane that time. It's strike 2. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Swing and a little tapper. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, catcher, Willie Fernandez.
Willie Fernandez will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
Well, I'm no pitching coach, but I can see that shoulder starting to fly open a little. That ball's really taken off on him.
Called a strike there, 2-1.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And this is fouled back and out of play. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Keep in mind now, the longer this at-bat goes, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning out there.
Now a swing and a miss, maybe even a foul tip, but it's held onto behind the plate for out number 2.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
John Avery will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him 0-1. EK, the starter, creeping up on 100 pitches now, but that number alone doesn't appear to be affecting him too much at all.
Yeah, he still looks sharp. Still, with the way that teams handle pitchers nowadays, I don't think he'll wind up going much further.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Kida moves over. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. The Biscuits lead it 2-1. Mac Ulrich is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Mac Ulrich.
Chuck Shipman will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Chuck Shipman.
Cut fastball inside, ball 1. And that's in there for his strike 1-1.
And that big 12-6 curveball will work like that. He'll start it out up in the zone and then lets it drop right down to the knees.
Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Delgado is camped under this one, and he's got it for the first out.
Now batting, designated hitter,
David Molina will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. He's set. Here it comes. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. Lifted the other way out to left center. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Well, these guys know the deal from the offensive standpoint. They've got to add on to give their bullpen just a little more breathing room. And this is a good start as he jumps all over this one and drives it for 2 bases.
Standing in now, David Kida, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
0-2, you got to shorten up. Find some way at least to put the ball in play. You can't afford a strikeout here with an important run out there at second base.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
And this one gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
It looked like a 2-strike curveball there. Behind the plate, you see him turn that glove over, go soft, try and make himself as large as he can, but this one manages to skip away, and it'll be a wild pitch.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game, and another foul ball. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt, and he makes the throw to first. Kida is retired, 2 down now.
Yeah, and that turns out to be a nice little play there behind the plate. They get the swing through for strike 3, but then he's got to get the out over there at first base and make sure that nobody else advances. And he's able to accomplish both of those tasks.
John Crowder is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
That's not a bad idea right there. Take a pitch. Make sure you get a good look at him and what he's throwing.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, you can't afford to be selective now. You've got to expand that zone. Try and put something in play.
Tried to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes.
Here we go on an 0-2 count. All you have to do is start that thing right down the middle of the plate and then just let it work its way in. Hopefully get a swing through or maybe even a shattered bat.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Lake making contact on that swing and will do it again on 1 and 2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Sent on the ground out to second. Avery scoops it up, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. 8th inning coming up, and Montgomery's out in front here. 2-1. Vince Law will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Vince Law.
Leading off the inning, Steve Delgado, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
Well, he'll lean pretty heavily on that fastball. Why not? It's a big one.
Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away.
Center fielder, number
Now
5.
action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Pitch on the way. Joey Chavis stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0.
Well, that 2-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Ooh, jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away. DJ Golson stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And they start him out away with a called strike.
And when he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Good hard slider at 88. It's 1-2 now.
Boy, it's been a good solid inning so far out of the pen. Let's see if he can wrap this one up.
Fouled back. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts. Hans Sweet is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Hans Sweet.
Alan Wayne stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. Had him out in front there as he takes strike one on the circle change. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. That's on the corner to put him behind now, 1-2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Fastball here misses low, and it's back to even now at 2-2. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2. Jesse Pitts will be next. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. From the belt, the pitch. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Runner goes for second. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Delgado will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Jeremy Pitts gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. Hit hard toward first. And a sliding effort there, but he can't get a glove on it. A base hit.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit all the way, but let's check out the attempt here at first base. I think maybe if he stretches out, he could have knocked this ball down, but instead you see that ball get on him just a little too quickly there as he gives it the sliding effort. I think that ball was headed for right field all the way.
Into the box, John Pitts, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this will land foul. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. And here's a swing and a miss. And that, folks, is a big out number 2. Sean Albrecht steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th.
Yeah, this is a huge moment in this ballgame, Matt. I mean, you might be looking at this at-bat when it's all over as one of the turning points in this game.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Randolph is under it near the mound, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We've played 8 full. The Biscuits lead it 2-1. Julio Guzman is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
65. Julio.
Striding in to start the 9th, Felipe Carrillo, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Out in front of it, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2.
Boy, they've done a really good job against this guy so far. And it's the first time in the series that they've held him without a hit.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th. Arthur Willingham, ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yeah, and they fanned him on a fastball last time, so let's see if they come at him with the hard stuff again.
Into the seats, 0-1. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Well, this is a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a fastball.
Now a ball hit high and deep, heading toward the corner in left. Kida is going to get there to make the catch a few steps into foul territory for out number 2. Solomon Myers will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
And this is high, a ball and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. On the ground to the right side. Throw in time, and the ball game is over.
Not really much more to say about this. 10 wins in a row. There's not a team in the league that wants to play these guys right now. They're playing some of the best baseball we've seen in years.